Good evening. My name is Matthew Ritania, your host on the Health, Economic, and Political Show. Stay tuned, and I will be right back. Our topic today is on meat and meat consumption, and I'll just go straight away, go down straight away. What is meat? Meat is flesh of an animal that is typically a mammal or bird consumed as food. And meat, we can call poultry meat, we can call fish meat. But today I want to really emphasize on the poultry and the meat like beef, pork, fat. I want to talk about that more. We'll give you fish on another day because fish they are like sea animals. So I don't want to emphasize much on that today. But on another time, because the poultry animals and the meat ones are the land ones and the ones that are really common that people are consuming every day. Yes, let's focus on meat and poultry. Like basically all meat have actin and myosin filaments. They've got Z disc, they have bands, I bands, N bands and the rest. They are just the same, the variations of different size. So they look like our our muscles. They look like our muscles. And when we eat all this, we are eating something similar, something the same, something not different. That's why they basically add up to the volume that we have. When we eat them, they increase in size fast, we develop fast, we grow fast. So basically, when we consume meat, we're consuming substances that we already have, like the nitrogenous compounds, the amino acids, the non-essential amino acid that we have in our body. That's what we basically consume. And we know the non-essential amino acid: alanine, arginine, asparagine, aspartic acid, cysteine, glutamic acid, glutamine, glycine, proline, serine, tyrosine. These are the non-essential amino acids. And when we eat them, we're eating what we already have in our system. That is where all this come in. And you begin to ask yourself, why? Why are we basically taking what we already have in our system? Now, if you go back to the African context, like you go back to Africa now, you see that they give meat for the children, certain reason they put meat in food as incentive so that people will eat and um, have some meat. Meat makes up a very small portion in the African diet. But when you come to the European perspective, it's not like that. They take meat more. Meat is like a diet on its own. They eat meat, or they can eat a bowl of meat. It's like a diet on its own, and that's where there's a problem. And that's where we need to ask that why this? This is not helping our health. Why do we consume this amount of meat? Now, in 1914, there was an experiment conducted. I'm quoting from a book. The author of the book is Akil Anis. His book is Alkaline Herbal Medicine. said there was an experiment conducted in 1914, and this experiment basically um, took two mice. One was a control, the other was fed meat. The one that was a control was fed plant sources of food, and over time they noticed that the mice that was fed meat grew grew at a faster rate. It grew at a faster rate. So people now started recommending meat because meat serve you the protein that you need, and this is not so. We know that it's because the body sees it as similar. The body just had it up because it's similar. It's easy to assimilate. It's similar. It's easy to like um like add something that is similar. They look the same. It's easy for the body to assimilate it. So that's why the mice was growing faster. And this now led that this propagation that meat is the best source of protein. That if you are not eating meat, you are not eating protein, and that's how they promote it. And the meat industry kept on capitalizing on this and promoting this, and the government aid to promote this. But over time, research has shown, experts have shown that they've done a lot of research on this, and they find out that no, meat is not actually the best thing for us. Plant sources of food are the best thing for, for our consumption. So this has led to a campaign now to correct all those anomalies that have been spread out there, because now everybody believes we don't eat meat, there's a problem. But we'll find out that meat consumption has led to proliferations of diseases like dementia, diseases like diabetes, diseases like strokes, and heart diseases, all sorts of problems out there. And these are all related to meat consumption. We talk about cancer today, it's about meat consumption, because what is linked to it? Like, you eat something similar and you proliferating very fast. And what do you think that will be? Some cells will go out of order, and that's how cancer starts. Now, eating meat only increases the availability of what you already have. I've talked about that, and people will grow faster because the body doesn't do anything but assimilate this substance that it already have. During this assimilation, anomalies can come up, and there may be anomalies evolving from that. Now, we want to talk about organic and inorganic meat. That's another area like people like, okay, what about we eat organic meat that is not chemicalized, that is not that have not been injected with substances and all that. Yes, organic meats far better than meats that are injected with chemicals. Yes, they are far better, but still, over time, as a man grows older, he has to do away with even the organic meats. He has to start cutting down the quantity he consumes, cutting down the amount he takes on a daily basis. And if he can do it, the best thing is to quit, because replacing those meats with plant sources of food will only help that man have a better quality of life as he grows older. That's just the truth. That's just the basic truth. Now, for those taking commercial meats that was injected with substances and all that, I'm sorry to say that's just what is causing a lot of our problems, a lot of health problems today. Like, it's not only meat. We will talk about dairy products in future podcasts. We will talk about dairy products and how they too contribute to all this. When you eat meat commercially made, injected, meat that was meat and poultry that were like um, made commercially, like from meat industry and all that, with all the chemicals that go in them, it's only by God's grace. It's only by a stroke of luck that you don't have diseases such as cancer and heart diseases later in life, because these chemicals go into our body, and when they come into our body as we eat this food, it cause a lot of problems. And it depends on your body type, you may or may not be able to deal with the outcome of all those anomalies when they start coming up. Now, when we talk about plant um, sources of food and how they're supposed to help us live a better life. Remember, when we talk about plants, we talk about plant structure, we talk about the xylem, tissues that help to transport water and solid down, the phloem tissues, the cambium, everything about the plant is just different. It's just different from what you see on the animal side. Yes, they are nitrogenous compound, but it's a different form. And that's the beauty of nature, that if you now take any part of this plant and consume it, it gives you something different. And that's why researchers, scientists over time, they found out that the nitrogenous compounds in plants will supply you, they call it essential amino acids. Essential amino acids. These essential amino acids, they complement, if you are a plant eater, they complement the other amino acid that we already have. We have to complement it. They have to use those, work in conjunction with the other amino acids that we have to build the body, to restructure the body, to rejuvenate the body, to make the body fit for everyday activities, to make you reason properly, make you act properly. So examples of such nitrogenous compound, we call them amino acids. We call them essential amino acids. Valine, leucine, isoleucine, phenylalanine, tryptophan, lysine, histidine, methionine, threonine. All these amino acids, they go in and they complement what we already have in our body. So with that complement going on, to go into every corner of our body, trying to put things in place, trying to put everything in the right structure. You begin to ask yourself, cattle, sheep, all these animals we consume, they don't eat flesh. How come they have flesh? If you think about it, plants manufacture their own food from sunlight, a process called photosynthesis. Like we all know about photosynthesis, our plants make food from what they call it, light, from sunlight, and some light energy to chemical energy. And this is the way they use that energy to make food. They take the CO2, they take the organic stuff on the soil, they bring everything together and they make food out of it. And we animals now go heat up this substance, and this substance complement them. And you reason this now, read this. We now go to kill these animals, and the substance they've used up, or they are using up, we now consume them. We are taking, I would say, we are taking second-hand stuff, second-hand. Sorry for that language. We're taking second-hand food, second-hand nutrients, second-hand. Everything is just second-hand. So why don't we go straight to the plant source and have this plant source as food? Why don't we go straight to the plant source and have the plant source as food? That will nourish us more, instead of going to the animals and taking second-hand source, second-hand food, and consuming them. And it's now like giving us a negative result over time. So this is my analogy to it. Why don't we take the food directly from the source? Why are we going to second-hand source to get the food? And this, when we consume this, we tend to invite, we tend to take in the problem of that animal, consume it, and the problem of our animal now becomes our problem. So you see that when we go with plant source, we don't have problems at all. Us we process and cook and all that. Instead, it helps us to fight disease. And another beautiful thing about getting food from plants, so we know plants, a lot of plants out there, they have medicinal qualities. They have they can fight bacteria and viruses. They can fight diseases. They have medicinal qualities. They can help you invigorate or help you rebuild our body. That's the beauty of it. If we consume such plants substance into our system, we find out that we are rejuvenating our system. We get the power of the plant to fight bacteria and viruses, to fight diseases, to fight every other thing that will make our body not to function properly. So you see, the plant makes its food from photosynthesis, and from there we can have sources of food from them too. So they make their food out of nothing, and we can pick the food from them instead of going to animals that have already gotten food from them and having second-hand nutrients. So, like I said before, when we eat plant sources, it repairs and reorganizes our body. It helps to purify and detoxify our system. The structures of plants, the nitrogenous structures of plants don't look like the ones in our body. So they come in and they complement the nitrogenous compound in our body. And I've listed all the nitrogenous compounds in plant. I've listed the amino acids. So it's like two sides of the coin. We have the head and the tail. So you pick the side you want to be. The nitrogenous compound in our body may be the head. The nitrogenous compound in plants may be the tail. So they come together, they complement us as a whole. So the thing is that in nature, plants and animals can't do without each other. And that's just the truth. And they help to prevent diseases, they help to prevent disease growth and proliferation. They help to make us feel better. They have substances, yes, like I said, that can inhibit bacteria and viruses. And the reasons, and these are the reasons they are widely used as herbs against all these diseases, dementia and all that, and cancer and heart diseases and diabetes and all sorts of diseases. That's why they use them as herbs. So eating from plant source will help us fight all these things, all these strokes, eye defects, and all of them. We can name them. There are loads out there. We can name them. Eating from plant source will help us fight all those things and makes us less vulnerable. Eating from plant source makes us less vulnerable to diseases. They make us less vulnerable to diseases. In conclusion of this podcast, I just want to encourage people out there to take time and think about this. It's not a persuasive thing, it's just something that you should think about. A lot of people have tried it, and I see how my life is on an everyday basis. I am better. I am better eating plant source. I've been a better person. I reason fine. I have good eyesight. I have everything working fine for me. My body is functioning fine. And I employ people out there to try and do it so that we give our best behavior when we are out there. We interact with people, we are reasonable, we are not out of touch, we are not out of order. So I employ people to go out and try these plant sources. Very, very important. You try different plant food. You make your research. I'm not here to come and tell you, oh, this is what you should do, this is what you should do. You make your research and check for the foods that are best for you. For I know, because from a lot of research, a lot of books that I've read, a lot of things that I've seen, I find that eating food from plant source goes a long way to make us better people, to make us better in every way. Now, my recommendations. These are recommendations. You don't have to do them. But I think if you're thinking about your life, your future, your family, your children and all that, you should try them. My recommendation is this: if you are a man and you are up to 26, 27, and you have a girlfriend, you are married, you you have a family, think about your food, your meat intake, your lifestyle as regards to food. Think about cutting your meat intake down, reducing it. Because one, it will help you sexually if you have less meat in your system. Not that just having less meat, now you're eating plant sources of food. It will help you sexually, it will help your married life. Your wife is not going to say, oh, my husband is not performing all right, that's why I go outside to cheat. It's never going to come up. Then it will help you mentally at your business or at work, and you become very, very independent and active. People are not going to mess around with you because you know what you're doing. You are up there. So you have to think about your lifestyle, your meat consumption, and in relation to how much plant sources of food are you having. So if you can cut down the meat, very good. It's going to help you in future. You're going to feel better. When people are suffering from arthritis, you won't be suffering from arthritis. When people are suffering from certain diseases, you won't be suffering from such diseases. So the next recommendation I want to give is regarding children. Yes, children. You will say, children. Children can eat meat. They can eat meat because they are growing up. But the best is for them to start with plant sources of food. They get used to it from childhood. A child that is always fed plant sources of food, or is basically eating plant sources of food, is far, far, far more active and more strong, more brilliant, more like more like advanced, like I would say, like it catches up with things compared to the child that is always eating, like, let us say from the other side, like down from the other side, always eating meat, 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 meat. The child that is always that is from a home where you feed him a lot of plant sources will always outdo the child where you feed him a lot of meat sources. I'm not saying that I'm not saying it's gonna be like that all the time, but that's what happens in most cases. So that's what I would say. And for women, I think women should consider I think women should consider their meat consumption. So let's go back to the child one again. Children should try and cut down the amount of meat children are taking in. But if you can do it, you can like take away the meat from them and give them plant sources of protein to go along with to help them. Yeah. Let me now go to the women. The women women are complex. They have when I say women are complex, I'm sorry to use that. Have a complex system. This system requires um like a good management, and when they eat plant sources of food, or plant sources of diet, it goes a long way to prepare their health. It goes a long way to make them strong. It goes a long way to prevent them from diseases like cancer, like cervical diseases, like breast cancer, like high blood pressure and all that. It goes a long way to help them. So if women feed, like take plant sources of food, it gives them a good health. It helps them to function with their everyday life, and it helps them to manage their body. And if you enjoy this podcast, I will advise you to hit the like button, the share button, and subscribe to my channel. because I'll be coming more with a lot of all these daily food that we eat, and see how we can have a good plant source to replace them so that we have a better environment. Thank you.